something just came behind me. I thought it was Wally. And I saw Wally next to me. I don't know what it was. Wally started barking. And naturally my memory card was full, quit recording. So I got my phone out. I don't see what it was. Wally went down. Something come walking up behind us. Yeah, I mean, it was close. I thought it was Wally. I don't see it though. I'm on this hill, about to fall down the hill. I'm in a bad spot here. I gotta try to get back down this hill without falling. I gotta find out what that was. I'm in some briars now. What was that, Wally? What was that? Something came up behind us. I'm glad I got the recorder going, because even though my camera quit right at that moment, it says card was full. And I emptied that card right before we left. I mean, it was only, I think it was only a 16 gig card, but 16 gigs should be plenty. I hear something still back in there. I'm in a bad spot here. I'm falling down the hill. I'm in all these briars. I got to regroup here. I had to hurry up and grab my phone out, start recording just in case, because I don't know what came up behind me. I think it was a person. They never said nothing. I'm sliding down the hill into these briars. See if I can get them off of me. That's why I need to carry a walking stick. I don't know why I don't. I've got one and I never bring it. All right. Got the briars pushed off of me with this stick. All right. I can get down now without falling on this hill. I'd sure like to know what that was, Wally. Ow. Yeah. Get these briars off. Okay. Man. Yeah, I'm not going to try to get over that hill now. That kind of freaked me out a little bit, hearing that. And I wasn't freaked out when I heard it, but when I looked over and saw Wally, I realized it wasn't him I was hearing. Gosh. All right, I think I can make it now. Work my way over here. All right. I'll get down, right down to the bottom. If I can do it without falling. I'm going to regroup and I got to put my other camera back in its case so we don't get messed up. This is not going how I intended. My phone is only about 40%. I must have knocked it off the charger last night, so it wasn't It was at 20% right before I left. I put it on the charger for a little bit. So now I'm at 64%. That's good. All right, I'm gonna stop for a moment and put this camera back in its case. I was hoping to just use this one, but it says the card's full and it shut off on me right when whatever that was walked up behind us. So I'm gonna put this in the case and see if I can't find a way around this hill. All right, be right back. I thought I had this going all this time. I'm sitting here on this log while he's on patrol there. He's watching. I'm sitting on this log, just sitting and listening now. Because I was just rambling for quite a while and realized I didn't have it on record. But whatever that was, I was up on the hill, about halfway up, and I was hanging onto a tree, hanging on to keep from falling down the hill. And I heard it walking up behind us. And I thought it was Wally, and when I looked down, he's right next to me. Then all of a sudden, he took off howling down the hill. And because I was hanging onto that tree on this slope like that, I really couldn't turn around. I was in a bad spot where I couldn't turn around and look. So by the time I did get to where I could look, I'm sure it was gone because Wally took off howling. I don't know. Trying to get this camera view to turn around again, but I can't get it back the other direction. I'm just going to restart. I'm sitting on this log right here, just sitting and listening for a little bit. That was kind of weird hearing that something come up behind us like that. It could have been a deer that was curious, but I never heard it take off. I just heard it walk up. I'm sure it's gone, whatever it is, but I never heard it leave. Yeah, it's thick back in here. I gotta figure out a good way to maneuver back here. I want to find a good spot to put this stuff, but I want to make it halfway easy to get to when I come back. So I'm not going to try to go over that hill now. That's got me wondering though, what's on the other side of that hill? Maybe whatever it was thought I was going to go over the hill, so it was keeping an eye on me coming up behind. I don't know. Maybe the other side of the hill is a spot they don't want me to be. I don't know. I'm gonna try to find a way to get around that hill and see what's over there. I was looking at the map, it looks like it's just more woods. But that hill, that's a good safe spot for them because it's pretty hard to get over it. So I heard something back in here when I was out there after I'd looked at the tent, and I was heading over this direction. I heard something. I thought it was a tree falling, and I'm sure I've got it recorded. And it never hit the ground. It just sounded like when a tree is falling, how it's breaking branches and all that. That's what it sounded like. And then it just sounded like it must have been something moving, something big moving back in here. So I went across this swampy area, found what looked like you could see a path where something had gone through. And then I figured it must have gone over that hill. So I was going to try to get over that hill to see it. see what's on the other side. And as I got halfway up the hill, which was pretty hard to do, I got into all these briars and I was kind of stuck. And I'm hanging onto this tree branch so I don't fall down the hill. And that's when I heard something walk up behind me. And like I said, I thought it was Wally until I noticed he was right there next to me. So I don't know if it was whatever I heard originally back in here, or if whatever it was went over the hill and something else came over here. I don't know. Or maybe it was just a deer being curious. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. All right, I'm going to try to find my way through there. Ain't going to be easy, but I'm going to try to find a way around this hill. I need to look at my topographical map, see if it levels out over there. And then I'll find a place to put this stuff. And I will video that, but for now, I'm going to stop videoing because I want both hands to try to get through that area. So I'll be back. I don't know how easy this is to see on the camera, but it's like a little tunnel right through there. All the leaves are gone now, but a month or two ago, that would be like a little tunnel, nice and shady. The ground is like, Wally's gonna go through it right there, you can see it. Hopefully he'll, if he would have continued on, you would see it just goes all the way through. He just went through it a second ago. Huh. And this is all briars right here, all around it. I was gonna try to get back in there, but I don't know, maybe I can. Pull some of these out of the way. I got a machete for bushwhacking. I didn't know I was gonna need to. This looks like a rope almost. The way it's woven around there. It's not a rope, but it looks like one, doesn't it? Anyway, if you can see back in there, that's a nice little, would have been a nice little shady spot when all the leaves were still on the trees. Nice flat area. I'm still trying to work my way around this hill. Looks like it's getting even thicker as I get over here. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting through that. All right, I guess I'm gonna try to work my way out of here and find another way to go in. Well, that's a good sign when it's so thick that you can't get through. Wally went up the hill. And he's coming back down. I got a briar went up my shirt. I think I get that out. Yeah, that went up my shirt. All right, well, let's find a way out of here. I'm gonna have to go back across that marshy area. Some of that noise you're hearing is my backpack dragging on everything. So I got it thrown over my shoulder. I guess I should wear it the right way, and then maybe it wouldn't drag as much. Put it on. Okay. Put it back on. Some pawpaws back here too. Yeah, here's where we came across that marshy area. Something's been traveling through here. Could be deer. I don't know. Don't see any distinct footprints. That might have been Wally there. Probably was. Yeah, something's been moving around back in here. Cattails. Something might have been feeding on these cattails. Looks like they're about all gone. I don't know when they're edible, if it's early in the year or late in the year. Need to read up on that too. But most of the cattails are gone back here. So that's another food source to consider. Yeah, I need to find out when they're edible. If it's early on or late, I don't know. All right, I need to try to find a way around that hill. So, see if I can't find a deer trail on here. Hey, I just remembered I got my cards in my backpack. I'm gonna go ahead and put another card in my other camera and use it. It'd be a lot easier. Well, I left the memory cards in the car, in the trunk. Didn't think I was gonna need them because I made sure I emptied that card before I left. Made sure it worked. And then I get out here and it don't work. Well, it says it was full. I don't understand that. I guess I gotta start bringing the cards with me. All right, I gotta figure out how to see what's on the other side of that hill. It's got me really curious now. Take that path I was looking at a minute ago. I don't know why I didn't. That's the way Wally said to go. I should have listened. We're gonna go this way, Wally. it open through here a little bit. See, this is why I think this time of year, this is where they would be, is back in here. Because it's thick. You can't see very far in any direction. It almost looks like I'm in Colorado or something. This terrain and the trees. Okay, it's not mountains like Colorado, but the trees and the ground kind of reminds me of it. Backpack's hung up. Yeah. Look at that. Got hooked on that tree. I wonder I couldn't go nowhere. There. Oh well. I'm sure if there is any around, I'm providing entertainment for them. Watching me try to make my way through here. I mean, they went over that hill in about 15 seconds or less. Here I am 10 minutes later trying to figure out a way to get over there. Looks like I gotta go down the hill here. Here might be a spot. Huh. Heard a great horned owl. Only that one sounded different. It had a bassy sound to it. See if it'll do it again. I've been hearing one, but that time right there, somewhere over there. Haven't heard any here in a long time. Yeah. Between the backpack and the headphones with a recorder on it, I'll show you. It's hard to maneuver through this thick brush. It's hanging up on everything. I'm wanting to get a tactical vest. This guy his name's T-Mac. I think his name's Ted Mackey, but it's T-Mac on YouTube. He had one when I was over in Pennsylvania with Tommy Cooper. We went on a hike at the Erie Wildlife Refuge. And he had tactical vests. And I've been wanting to get one ever since. Because it just would be so much more practical than the backpack. Because the backpack, you gotta take it off every time you want to get something. Kind of a pain. And the tactical vest, I could have a battery. I could have a portable charger in a pocket and be able to plug the cord in real easy and keep stuff going if the batteries start going down. Just would be so much easier. Plus, for the bear spray, I'd have a pocket right there in the front I could have it in, or make it easy to grab in a hurry. So that's next on my list, is to get a tactical vest. Now, after we get a vehicle, we got to get a vehicle before we do anything. There's something here. Almost like a little TV. I don't know, there's a lot of sticks right here in this one spot. Some of them's on the ground. There's a lot of sticks right here. Looks like it may have been a little structure at one time. So I'm hoping to find back in here some kind of structure, or it'd be cool to find something back here. And there's a trail right there. What am I doing going through all this? Wally, why'd you suggest that trail? There we go. Over here. I'm pretty sure I've been on this trail before. Wally snuck up on me, so startled me there. Yeah, this might be a way over that hill. Right through here. Looks like it's a deer trail, maybe. Not so easy if you're a little taller than a deer. You got all this gear sticking out, snagging on everything. Man. I think I can go up right through there. Oh, I hate having this backpack on. It's catching. It's caught again. That stupid hook. Yeah. When that hook catches, he ain't going nowhere. Goodness. Yeah. This is rough. I don't know where Wally took off too. Well, these trees aren't very good to hold on to. They're coming right out of the ground. Oh, he's up top. He's already at the top of the hill. Wondering what's taking me so long. Problem is, I got this tree right here. That way. I gotta get where I can step over it without falling. I'm on the slope. Wow, look at that one. I don't know if you can see it. It's got real fine thorns on it. I don't know if you can see them or not. It's not wanting to focus. It's got some nasty, real fine thorns on it. There's another one. I don't know if you can see them or not. It's not something you want to run into. Oh man, it ain't getting any easier. It's a lot thicker right there. I'm trying to keep going this way. I hate when I struggle like this and then I end up coming to a big open spot that would have been so much easier after I fought my way up here. I'm getting there. Gotta watch what I hold on to. It just came off my hand. Gotta watch what you grab onto before support. There's the top. I'm almost there. Man, it's almost straight up right there. It's almost like climbing a wall. That ain't a tree, that's just laying there. Man. Man, it's steep. Nope, no pain, no gain, right? It was easy. Everybody be doing it. Smack me right in the face. Man, look at that. Straight up. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but I mean, this is steep. This is West Virginia steep. And then trying to hold a camera while I'm doing it. I'm not coming back down this way. At least I hope not. There goes the owl. I got my thermal. He's too far away right now. Stuff's too thick for the thermal. What is that? What is that right there? Oh, that's that overlook. Ah, oh. I know where I'm at now. Oh, wow. That's that deck. That's an overlook. Oh man, I wish I'd have known that. Wish that would have showed up on the map. I should have looked at my app better. Guess I am going back down this way. Well, at least I know where I'm at. Okay. I do remember this being pretty rough back in here. Sometimes I came down right next to that deck one time. Came down the hill somewhere over here and it's steep. That's about to break on me. Yeah. It's almost like a tree structure right there, the way these are all interlocked. I mean, that one goes up and crisscrosses through there, through that fork. The fork off of that one comes over into this fork. I'm still up on the slope. I think I'm gonna go over here. Try to get down over here. These trees just ready to pull right out of the ground. There's not much for support. Is that a dog barking? Oh, there's my backpack rubbing. Thought I was hearing a dog bark off in the distance. All right. Well, I think now that I kind of know where I am. So up top there is a big field. That's why I wasn't seeing any trees. That's why I thought it was a lake over there. Here's a deer trail. I think we'll stay on the low ground. Deer trail goes right through here. something that would be a good gifting spot. I could leave stuff on a stump and then hang stuff near it. I don't know. Haven't seen anything yet. That would be a good spot. That sounds like a dog. I don't know. Backpacks were not meant for going off trail. What do you think, Wally? I think we're back in here. Kind of dead end here. I can keep going, but I can see it gets real thick right over there. All that's real thick. All that's real thick. I have to find a good spot. I don't want to make it too hard on myself to come back to it pretty regularly. But I don't want to make it too easy where somebody might stumble on it either. Okay. Now I mentioned that place that looked like it'd be a good spot for a fire on that video of things I come across. That's it right over there. Look. Actually, I think I'm just going to go out right there. Follow this deer trail out. I think these are maybe elderberries. Maybe. Good for the immune system. I saw a beer bottle up there. You can see it. All right, here's a beer bottle. But that ain't the one I saw. All right, found my way out. Now, this is what I was talking about. Looks like it could be a fire ring right there. Not sure what that's from. Who knows how old it is or what it was. It's kind of small for a little shed. I don't know. Some flat rocks here. This would be a little, that rock would be a good gifting spot, but that's the trail right there that I came in. So, too much chance of people. Oh, there's a tent spike. I bet somebody should camp back here. This is a spot I was thinking about camping. It's right back here. I really should do that. At least spend the night. and I hadn't really been in some of these areas back in there like I just did. As you can see why, they're pretty thick. Oh yeah, this is where I found Batman. It was over in here. And I put him in that tree right there on a branch. Back in the tree where it's hard to see it. It was there for a couple months. Nothing changed, so I took it over and put it on that other structure. And it was there for a long time, and then it just disappeared one day. But like I said, it's right on the path. Some kid might have said, hey, I want that. Still hearing that owl. That's usually where I heard it, was over the direction I'm going. Over where that loop's at, that's where I always heard them. Maybe I'll be able to spot him with my scope while he's on the scent of something. He smelled something over there. What do you smell, Wally? Huh? You smell something? I must have lost it. All right, Wally, let's go find that owl. Oh. Sun's going down. Guess I better find something quick. Find an area. It's gonna take me a little bit to set it up. Oh, that owl's over across the lake. Yeah, it's over there. That's the lake's right over there. Maybe I should get back in there. That's where that X was that one time. I'm trying to remember. The X was like somewhere right in here. It's a real big one. It was right in there, I think. If I saw a deer trail heading back through there, I would definitely follow it. It's pretty thick. It's real thick. As I said, I think if they were to hang out here, this is where they'd be, over in this area, because it's so thick you can't see more than 20 feet. Oh, here's a little opening. Let's see. I think I can find a spot back in here. I want to get far enough back that you wouldn't see it from the trail. briars. Got me hung up. Okay. Looks like there might be a deer trail over here. Thought that was thorns on there, but it's not. It's just like little twigs. I mean, they'll poke you, but they're not like thorns. Not sure how far off the trail we are right here. I'll take a look at my app real quick. All right, I made this hook out of number 9 wire. If you know what that is, it's real heavy wire. So I made this hook in that shape. Got an apple hanging on a string. I made it that shape because I'm going to use my camera selfie stick to put it up there and telescope. So I'm going to extend that out. Guess it doesn't extend out as far as I thought it did. Okay. Well, hopefully that'll give me enough reach. So my design is made so I can show you here in a second. All right. So I made it so I can hook it on my selfie stick like that, and I can extend up and hang it on a branch. Except I thought it was longer than this, but I guess it's my other selfie stick that's longer. I got 2 of them. Still should be long enough though. I can step up on this tree, hang it up on this branch right here. There we go. So got that tree. I don't think a deer can reach that. I don't think there's no way a critter's gonna come out, climb out on that branch. It would probably fall, but that's the only way it's gonna get that apple. So, I mean, it's just above my head. I could walk under it without it touching my head. All right, so that's hung up. Now I'm gonna hang up a couple other things real quick. Okay, there's 2 blank CDs. I made sure I didn't, was careful not to touch them. They're brand new. So they're nice and clean and shiny. And see if we get any fingerprints are on there. So I got CDs hanging, apple hanging off that hook up there. And I forgot the stinking peanut butter, so I'll have to come back and do that on another trip. So now you see what I got going on. It's getting dark. I'll show you, you'll see a picture from my app, how far back I am off the trail. I'm not real far, but not near the trail anyway. So I'm gonna work my way out now. Shut this off.